Now let's come back to our program, which is the CubicSDR. The moment you open it, you're gonna get a list of the devices connected to your laptop or PC. And you can see that I have already connected the HackRF One. And if you are not, or if you don't have the HackRF One Portaback, or you have only the normal version, then it's going to appear immediately in here. But if you have the HackRF with the Portaback installed, then you need to go to the menu and then select HackRF and then say yes. And this option is going to allow our HackRF to run on our laptop or PC instead of running in the Portaback. So first of all, we need to select the device that's going to listen to the radio frequencies or the frequencies out there. Once we click on it, we're going to say start. And you can see that there are some signals in here, like in here. And this is the 88. For example, right now we are on 88. Once I click on it, it's going to run. Now, because I'm in Germany, that's why you are listening to a German radio. So okay. Now let me talk about the program a little bit. Now, you can see here that this is the frequency that we are at. We are at 89 megahertz. And here in the left, you can see the frequency that we are clicking, or we are already clicked on, which is 88 megahertz and 500 kilohertz, for example. And you can see that this green line means that there is a signal in here and we can listen to it. So the moment we click on this green line, then we can see that we will hear some audio or some radio in here. So let me maximize the audio a little bit. From here, you are going to control the audio, and the one in the bottom is going to control the spectrum speed. So when you increase it, you're going to see the speed of the spectrum is very fast, for example, but I'm going to make it a little bit low. And this is the speed of the waterfall or the green line. So once we increase it, you're going to see that it's going to be very fast, but we don't have to do this right now. The most important thing that you need to keep eye on is the signal and how it looks like. You can see that there is a spike in here, and once we click on it, you can see that we have a green line flowing, for example. And once we click on it, you can see that, or we can hear some audio. Now, right now we are in 88 megahertz, 88.7, let's say. To change the frequency, all we have to do is to press space, and then, for example, let's say 70. I'm not sure that there is anything on 70 megahertz. Then I'm gonna hit enter. You can see that there is no signal at all. All we can see is a little spike in here, and once we click on it, you can see that it's gibberish, or it's just like noise. I'm going to mute it. And there's one very important thing that you need to keep in mind as well, which is you can see that there is a very long green line, which means that there is a signal in here. But what we can do is to change the bandwidth, because once we change the bandwidth and make it fit the green line, then we can hear some audio. So let's try this and see whether this is gonna work or not. So the sound or the noise has changed a little bit. You can see that it's changing. So this is basically is going to focus on this signal. The more we minimize the bandwidth, the more we might be able to hear something. For example, let's say space, for example, and go to, let's say 90, for example. And you can see that there is a channel, or there is a signal in channel 90.8. Once we click on it, you can see that we can not hear any audio. We can only hear some noise. And what we are going to do, we can see that our line or our bandwidth is very small, and what we are going to do is to maximize it and make it fit this spike. And we can do this by just going in here and press or hold the mouse key and make it wider. So we're gonna make it wider again, like this. or we can change it from here as well. And right now we are not going to hear noise anymore. We are going to hear someone speaking, as you can see. So once we minimize or make this bandwidth tighter, you can see that we cannot hear the audio very well. Now these are the basics of the program. This is all we need to know. We can just select, for example, the frequency we want to hear on, and then go and check whether there is a signal. And then here we can see, for example, the voice, whether there is anything happening in this channel. And that's it. And we can see the audio output. For example, in my case, I'm using the speakers of the Mac. If you have, for example, a headphones, then you can select the headphones as the audio out.